Hello, hello, hello. Everybody hear me? Nobody's leaving, so you mustn't be able to see me.
Hello.
Everybody hear me? Phone dropped. Leaving, so you mustn't be able to see me. There we go. How's everybody on this wonderful, well, it's windy and cool here, but it's still better than 4 feet of snow and a major blizzard. So I guess we're going to have to say that it is a good day. And who have we got here? All right, Mike, you're the winner today, buddy. I got to say that you're ahead of the class. You were procrastinating 83 minutes ahead of everybody else. I'm proud of you. That takes a lot of concentration to procrastinate that long. So you're definitely, as I say, you're a professional procrastinator now. Yeah. And who else have we got in here? We have Chris from E3 Farmstead and Rebecca Davis. Thank you so much for the package. I can't wait. And I was just playing with you. I realized that you know that there's no C's between us. It's all good. Thursday joke day too. If I'm not picking on you, Rebecca, I'm gonna have to pick on somebody else. So I like to share the love, and I hope your sister's doing better, or at least making some minor strides to better health. So yeah, let me know how she's doing. And I'm just trying to get both my phones synced up here, or my phone and my laptop, sorry. And Brood old Bob. Well, at least you're receiving the notification ahead of time. The last week, I'd say I've received 4 notifications. And I counted yesterday after I cleaned house. I figure if you haven't posted in 6 months, I have way too many people I follow. It was funny. I was talking to Brandon last night after his live, and it's I figured it out. I follow 432 channels after I did the cleanup, and I mod for 34 channels. Now, 15 of those channels go live regularly, but so yeah. And then with my channel on top of everything and the little bit of health issues I've had here lately, starting to feel a little bit better. So that's the main thing. It's not the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. It's not any of that. And who else have we got in here? What is she up to now? Hello. Craig's Cabin. Nice to see you, sir. Hope everything's well across the pond. So, Craig, any TV show that we see of the UK, London area, it's always cool, rainy. Is that a fable? Or do you guys tend to have cold, rainy seasons? I don't think you per se have a winter. I call winter between 2 and 4 feet of snow, and minus 40 would be the coldest we get. I think last year we had a week of about a minus 44 And that was cool. But again, our houses are built a lot differently up here than what they are down south. I have 6-inch walls, exterior walls, and they're full of insulation. So, but yeah, it costs about $2,600. Yeah, about $2,600 to heat a home in Canada. I've got a small 5-bedroom, 2-bath acre land. Not that the land matters, but the house. And yeah, it's about $2,600 for oil to heat the house for the winter. That's over 4.5 months. So it's not cheap. Oh, darn it, just jumped. I know I left off with Craig. Oh, look at that, I found him. LG, Lori, how are you? Hopefully your dad's working Greg to the bone at the house. Nothing wrong with that. Good way to get his skills up. He can do all the work for you. Cheap labor. Child labor, isn't it fun? And Vision Acres, Mike, hello. Talking. Everybody's talking. There's Big Matt. Hey, Matt. How's the fam damly and how's the weather in Texas? Obviously, it's going to be a lot warmer than what it is here, but that's all right. I was blessed to be born into a country where I have as much hot weather as I do freezing weather. So, and who else have we got? Lila Newton. Hello. Yeah. So I guess everybody is here. And yeah, that's it, Lila. I love the mod. Some channels are not worse. What's that word I'm looking for? Oh, no, you wouldn't. I'd trade you weather one winter, Matt. I guarantee you're going to be back. You tell me whenever your cattle's water freezes. Now, I don't have that, but, friend that I'm always over at his place. You've got normally the pigs are gone to freezer camp by the time it gets very cold. But you've got the cattle. Yeah, you'd want to change for one day. You have a foot of ice that you're going to try to break out so that the cattle can at least get some water. And yeah, getting back to Lila and modding, it's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of interesting individuals. And yeah, I mod for over a spectrum of a whole bunch of different, like gardening, homesteading, farming, like myself, just a mismatch of everything. And I wouldn't trade it. My wife actually, she doesn't get the whole why I do it, but whenever you're locked up, hey, Abby's Life on the Farm, how are you? Hopefully you got StreamYard and all that figured out from last week before you went away for the weekend. Whenever we were locked down for so long here, it was the only adult interaction that a lot of people were getting. Sounds good, Donna. I'll ramble along. Great. Glad to hear it, Abby. And you got a great little thing going there with your plants, and everybody's looking for a reputable garden center. So I think you're well on your way to your ambitions. And for those of you that don't know, Abby is correct me if I'm wrong, Abby, you're 16. And she loves plants and gardening, and she wants to one day have a greenhouse and all that good stuff. And I just love to see younger individuals set their my goodness, Jill, did you fall out of bed? It's 1 o'clock in the morning there. My goodness, either that or you just got in from partying. Anyways, hope you're doing well, Jill. And but back to Abby. If one of my mods, Craig or Lori, if you could drop Abby's channel. She's, like I said, a great individual, and I would recommend that, if you'd like to see a younger person on a journey, and she seems to be well on her way. But like I was saying, Abby, I go live quite a bit Thursday and Fridays. Usually 2 hours each day. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. And StreamYard allows you 20 hours a month, and I've never went over. And that's the free version. Now, if you want to do a whole bunch of different bells and whistles, then, I think it's $20 a month, but I don't think you're going to need it, and I don't know what your end goal is, but, it's all about sharing the love, and to see a younger individual that knows what she wants to do at your age. It's I can blow 20 hours a month, no problem. I could run a 24-hour live stream, but see, there we go. Now, Lori, you can do it too. You're the one that gets off so quick. People are just starting to get in and start chatting on your lives, like last week. You had, whenever you said goodnight to everybody, you had 30, 40 people still in your live? Oh, silly girl. I know you can't. Well, you were doing okay last week. Even Mumbles didn't mumble. That microphone you have for him, that's really good. You could understand everything. Gagne Farms, hello. Nice to see you. And Craig just dropped Abby's channel. If you like to see a younger individual, she's just getting going. But she's got herself some pretty achievable goals, and she's not one of these kids that wants to do everything at once. And hats off to your parents. Set your goals, set achievable goals is what I'll say. And goals are meant to be adjusted and to be upped. So as long as you have a goal, you achieve your goal, then you up it and you just keep moving on. And that's great. I'm a lot Wow. Y'all are a lot better than me. What's that, Matt? Judy May, how are you? Nice to see you. Absolutely, Abby. Um, and that's you honestly don't know, especially Fridays. Thursdays has been, oh my goodness, Matt. It, I guess once you're used to talking to the camera, um, it's really, really easy. It's just like what have I got in here? 11 folks. So it's just like you have 11 people sitting around, 13 people sitting around your living room, and you're just chatting. And it's, like I said to Tony and Joni on Tuesday night, um, it's all fellowship. And I think that's what happened to maybe my generation and the generations between kids of today is let me they're all in the same room, but they're doing this. They're 2 feet apart. They've lost their communication skills. Not all. Not all. Um, I applaud the parents who limit phone activity. 100%. And we were very fortunate. My son was very heavy into sports, so his computer time was a mental break for him. He wasn't having to worry about learning different plays, doing his cardio, doing all that stuff. So yeah, he used screen time as a mental break. And my oldest, she played a couple years of high level rugby and then just decided that it wasn't what she wanted to do. So she's more the artsy side of the family. She likes crafts and all that stuff. And my middle, really all three of them, they enjoy to watch a movie and, maybe a few television shows, but they're not stuck in front of it 24/7 like a lot of their friends. And they come here and with my Wi-Fi package, I can see how much everybody's using. And again, my baby is going to be 20 in April. And I just had the discussion with my middle daughter that she has 3 devices in her room right now, and it was sucking half of the Wi-Fi. I'm like, it can't be done. Like, there's 4 adults now, but Wi-Fi in rural areas in Canada is next to impossible to get. It's still all copper. So, and yeah, Lila, I've got a bone to pick with that old Tim fella. He doesn't ship across the border to us Canadians. So it's still, I go to support Tim. It's still a lot of fun to pick on him. But all right, Lila, you take care. And we will see you later on over at Tim's, possibly. Only knows Okay, Abby. Oh my goodness, did you hear that when YouTubers get 500 subs instead of 1K? I did not, Abby. I thought that was part of the package whenever you hit your 1,000 subscribers, but I've stopped trying to guess what YouTube does because I don't think they know what they're going to do tomorrow, let alone what they're doing right now. But it's their sandbox. It's their rules. We have to play by it. And Mr. Perkins, hello, sir. And the sheriff says hello. Hopefully you've been polishing up your online pew for Friday night, because I think we're going to be busy. And we'll just use single shots. For those of you that aren't in, A Little Southern Brothers is doing, they're doing a fundraiser right now for St. Jude. Being Canadian, I could not donate. So what I did is donated to our children's hospital here, literally 45 minutes from my house. I donated under the boy's name here in Canada. For some reason, St. Jude doesn't want to deal with exchange rates and everything. So, Heather, hello. I just saw you popped on. And oh, yeah. It's instead of $4.99 shipping, it's $9.99. Anyways, I'm not sure. I'm having a heck of a time to try to find merch. Bonfire. I've literally been trying for 3 weeks to get a company to take people's money. You know, people are asking for shirts and stickers and mugs and whatever. And I'm like, I'm trying. I went the route of I was going to purchase the stuff. And then the price just kept increasing and increasing and increasing to the point where it was going to be almost $3,000 to start a little business for my daughter, who's got evenings and weekends and summer because she's a teacher's assistant. So she's off all summer. And, you know, with the way my neck is and whatever else, I just cannot stay. I just can't do it. So we decided that it was probably best that I just look at a company that, you know, like Bonfire or Teespring or one of those, and it has been an absolute nightmare. Number one, they just don't, any of the US companies don't want to deal with the Canadian company or with a Canadian person, because then they've got to work out border stuff and yeah, taxes is all different. And I can see why they don't want to do it, but I have found one in BC that they seem to be about $8.99 for shipping all over the world, US, Canada. So I may end up going with them. And Cassidy's World, your dad is outdoor with Big Matt. Wow, you even admit that in public? Woo-hoo! Matt, you're doing a good job. My kids are online and they see me, they run the other way. But I do believe your daughter's a little bit younger than what mine are. Because it's not, the days of being around dad aren't cool anymore. Unless dad takes them out for dinner, and then it's all right. Then dad's cool again. It's jumped on me, but I do believe I did see up here further that Mr. Jim was online. Sorry, Mr. Jim. It just skipped on me, but Yep, there you are. Well, hopefully you're still in here, Mr. Jim. I didn't realize that I had missed you, sir. Now, thank you, Craig, for dropping Judy May's link and Abby's, and that's great. I really appreciate that. And Coffee Angel Crafts, Lynette, hello. Oh, there you are. I saw LG say hi, so I knew you had to be in here. And of course, my neighbor, not technically a neighbor, but my closest person on here. Hello, Heather. Hopefully you're staying warm. My wife loves this temperature, but I find it freezing. Everybody around here seemed to be in sweaters today. So let me go back to Little Southern Brothers. Friday nights, 7:30 Central. They have 2 more weeks. Last time I looked, they were about 7,600 of their $10,000 goal. I think we can break the 10,000 this week, and then the following Saturday. Help me out here, Donna. I think Chloe has something Friday, so you're going Saturday or are you going Thursday? I know. Anyways, the last hurrah is going to be on the 20th of September. So, Craig, if you can drop, thank you for dropping your own channel, Craig. I was going to get Lori to do it because I know you don't like to do it, and if we can drop Tommy Perkins' link as well. There's 2 Tommy Perkins. There's one that shows a lot of guitars and whatever. That's not Tommy. This Tommy Perkins is he's got fishing. I think he's got maybe some guitar playing as well, but for the most part, he's the handsome looking deputy sheriff that is doing some fishing. And hello, Jackie. I'm gonna actually look at my phone here for a minute, guys, because the computer's it's bouncing all over and it's making me sick. And then we'll open it up to the floor. My goodness gracious, I'm starting to think that Australia is like myself and you don't sleep. Hello, Daz. Welcome aboard. Jill, Daz, goodness only knows. And, well, Craig's halfway around the other side. So it's only what, Craig? It'd be about 8 o'clock your time right now, roughly. 6, yeah. Be just about 8, I think, in Sussex. And Red Road Homestead, hello. Davis family, hello, Corrine. Tommy, Heather, Little Southern Brothers, Donna's here. Has a play production on Friday night. Well, hopefully you're going to tape it for us. Shh, don't tell her. Just take your phone and record. And then post it. Then deal with the wrath of Chloe. Just tell her deputy sheriff said it was fine. She won't get mad at Tommy. And Gagne Farms, I think I have hit the, oh. Well, there you go, Paul. Another fellow from across the pond. Hello, Paul. Hope everything's well. And you're back on the mend. But now that I am caught up, I'll open it up and see if anybody wants to come for a chat. Copy. And Abby, this is the only thing that I really like about StreamYard is you can have multiple people on. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. But if anybody wants to jump on and chat, there's the link. I thought the link was coming. There it is. Hey, Mo. I got my big suck laying beside me. She doesn't go too far away from. Well, I'll let you guess who's going to be the first one on. Come on now. You have 5 seconds. 5 seconds to guess. Who's going to be the first one on? G'day, Big Matt.
How you doing over there, Scott?
I'm doing all right, buddy. Hang on here. Just let me get our other friend on. He's always the second one that's on. And as soon as you logged in, I'm like, haha, I'm going to trick him. I'm going to go to Matt first.
Yeah, I figured people were going to start saying, Chris, E3.
Yeah. Anyways, so what's going on, fellas?
In there.
Is that a sweatshirt I see, Chris?
No.
Oh. All right, buddy. Hang on here. Just let me get.
Go over there with your phone. My daughter's standing here next to me, trying to look at the screen.
That's funny. I'm getting feedback from somebody. Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Yeah, that was my daughter coming up with her phone.
That's funny.
So, and I just wanted to say, Craig, thank you for dropping my daughter's link. You made her day. She was jumping up and down a minute ago. I was like, do I need to take you somewhere?
Well, you know what? That's it. Just tell her to keep posting and go into some lives and
It'll take off.
Absolutely.
She was the first one in our family to do YouTube, and she talked me into it, and that's kind of gave us something to do together. So,
and which is wonderful. You know, they're only, you turn around and they're gone. So I was fortunate with my son. You know, I coached, he played. So up till last year, from the age of 12 till now, we were together 8 or 9 months every single day. So, you know, just to see the people that drop their kids off at stuff like that and don't want to be part of it just drives me crazy.
Yeah, well,
you know,
both my daughter and my son are both homeschooled, and we spend as much time with them as we can.
Yeah. Well, she should be jumping all over because Craig just dropped her link again. So.
Yeah. And we'll know here in just a minute. We'll know if anybody picked her up, because she'll be going to look and freaking out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people jump over there.
I hope so.
When I get done with this, I'll jump over if my phone's not dead by then. But I'll look it up when I get home.
Yeah, no, she does a lot of gardening. She does a lot of crafts. She's out playing. She has pet turtles, pet fish. So she has 3 turtles. Yeah. So I'm number 38. I just went over on my phone. And you know what? Again, I'm a huge supporter of kids, everything.
But again, if kids don't get involved in YouTube, it's going to be gone too.
Yeah.
No. So the more things that we can get kids involved in, I absolutely, Heather. I was a rugby dad for 2 years until my oldest decided that it was starting to hurt. They were starting to get a little bit too competitive, so she stopped. But my son plays football, rugby, basketball, but now he's in school, headed for military police officer, so now he's got to put his sports on hold for a while. Oh, there, Davis family's number 39.
So, since I'm not going to be on tomorrow because I'm leaving work early.
Oh, yes, right. My condolences.
Yeah. For my grandmother's funeral.
Yeah.
Have an update for our live, which is September 13th.
Yeah.
It's at 7:30 is when we'll go live. We are doing a giveaway. And so in order to enter for this giveaway, there's a comment in the storm video that we did that kind of goes through and gives explains how we're going to do it. So if you'll comment to that or comment through the discussion tab from the PC, be a subscriber, and answer this question. What is Jacob's least favorite animal on the farmstead?
And don't answer it here.
Nope.
Yeah, don't answer it here. Reply on that comment or through the discussion tab. The answer to that, he clearly states it in one of the videos.
I can be bought. I'll let everybody know what it is.
That's
the entry will close at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on the 13th. And you have to be present to win.
Awesome.
So the things that are going up is some t-shirts, tumblers, and $100 Visa gift card.
I'll be there.
Are the prizes that we have.
I'll be there.
Definitely. Oh yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to sit in the front row. I might even pull a mat or a mic and be 83 minutes ahead of time.
Right?
Okay, so
just a moment.
Yes, go screen your people.
Well, I just wanted to take a minute to say my thoughts and prayers are with you, Chris, and your family.
All right, Judy May, you have a great day. Yeah, they've got a little bit of a distance to travel tomorrow, so instead of trying to do it all on Saturday, they're gonna try to travel tomorrow before the sun goes down. I think he said they're 3.5 hours out. So
I walked into the sunlight. Got to get back in the shade.
Oh, hey, Mike.
So
hopefully he's all is well, Mike. And I don't envy you doing the drywall. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not no good at drywall.
And
thank you, Matt. By the way, I did hear you.
You're welcome.
My wife, she's like, well, you're so good at it. Why don't you like to do it? I'm like, I don't like to paint and I don't like to do drywall. She's like, well, what about this? And let's change the color here. And no.
Yeah. My wife tried that with me too, and I ended up we had to repair one wall. And yeah, it took me a week just to sand all the extra mud off of it.
Oh, I was saying,
you're not supposed to have that much mud on a wall.
Yep, it wouldn't stay. I'm no good at sheetrocking. I can all day long, but taping and floating is not my thing.
Take care, Mr. Jim. Nice to see you. That's it. Now I can't do it, but whenever I could, it was just painful. And I got real good at it because I barely used any mud because I hated the sanding. And then I got on to using a palm sander. Yeah, that goes really, really easy. You go through a lot of pads, but I got used to using my palm sander. And she hated it.
When I sanded it, I went and got my shop vac and hooked it up to the backside of my palm sander. It was like,
it's still
way to do
dust. Yeah, well, it still got dust everywhere. It got dust everywhere. And it's like, sorry, what do you want me to do? You want it done. She hasn't asked to do it ever since. Well, and now I can't. So everybody's saying, sending prayers for you, Chris.
I appreciate it. It's
so you said you got 3.5 hour drive tomorrow?
It's about 2.5 hours.
It's always easier. So it's a wait.
Well, the viewing is tomorrow.
Okay.
And so I'll go down and I'll stay down there instead of driving all the way back and then all the way back down. Because the viewing's from 4 to 6. So if I left right after that and drove home, I'd get home about 9.
Yeah.
So, and then I've got to be at the church at 11:30. So I would have to get up early and turn right around and drive another. So it's just easier to stay. Yeah, I still have family down there, so.
Okay.
It's a lot safer too.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Which Sarah starts a new job tonight, so.
Oh wow!
I'll be going by myself.
Yeah.
Because Jacob works on Saturday, and Sarah works from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh.
On like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Ew. Oh well, got to do what you got to do. Been there, done it, and 12-hour midnights I found was the hardest. Whenever I was doing nights, I did 10 years solid, and every time I was off, I'd flip over to a day schedule to be on the same schedule as Debbie. And after the 10 years, I still say that's why I have sleep issues.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
10 years of just screwing your body up. It didn't know if it was morning, noon, night, if you should eat or, it's not healthy. But
I worked overnight a lot, and I loved it because I didn't sleep at night. I was a night owl.
Yeah.
And now 10 o'clock reaches and I'm like, it's bedtime.
10 o'clock, I'm already in bed for 2 hours. I'm not sleeping, but I'm sitting there, watching lives and whatever else. Just trying to get my body to stop spasming.
Right. I'll watch videos for about 30 minutes, and then my medicine starts kicking in, and I'm done.
Not a problem, Wiley. Actually, with the writing, I believe it's Jen. It's pretty bad whenever you can start picking out if it's the husband or wife by the writing. It's hilarious. But yeah, if you guys can throw up Altruistics Farmstead's link for me, please. Thank you. And thank you to my moderators. I don't care. A lot of people say they have the best. I've got the best mods. By far.
Yeah, I was
Mind
telling
you,
my wife the other day, I was like, man, we're going to have to figure out now who all's going to mod for us since we'll start doing more and more lives.
You'll be all right for the first little bit, but now that you're starting out with a giveaway, well, were you in Little Southern Brothers last week? Whenever we started hitting up with all the trolls. Yeah.
Trolls are bad.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Some people are not mentally strong. And they think it's funny, but what I don't like is whenever they say that they start making innuendos about kids.
Yes.
That's when I want to reach through my computer and grab them by the throat, rip their head off, and then say, "Pardon me." You don't say or do anything about a kid, especially to those two boys that, I think the world of. Now, I say two boys, I'm not excluding Chloe or Landon. They're a great family, but it was directed at Isaac, and anyways, my blood was boiling, and I got to him, and right after me, my deputy got to him.
I was in a live Frontier class, and we had one come in that was putting up porn sites, and I was like, really? And YouTube's letting you do this?
I woke up to it this morning.
Yeah, I'm like, we hit him, and it was like 5 minutes. They came right. We actually had to shut down the live and start over to get rid of them. Because we were trying, and it was like they had some kind of password. It was crazy. I
woke up to it this morning where some lady was advertising her big breasts, and I'm like, huh? Why didn't YouTube pick this up and take it down? So yeah, as soon as I saw it, I got rid of it. But that's one thing that I like about the moderators for your channel. If they're commenting and they see that there's stuff like that, they can get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I've said to all my mods, if you see stuff like that on my channel, just get rid of it. I don't care if it's in a live or if you ever see it, just delete the crap. I want nothing to do with it. So I'm not going to be providing a link.
Nope.
If that's what you're into, have at her on your own.
I stay off of Facebook because they send friend requests and then want you to, send money or do this or come meet up. And I'm like, no, I'm married. I have kids. I'm happy. Yep. Leave me alone. Yep.
Yep.
We get me, Sarah, and Jacob, all three will get text messages. Like that.
Just get Paul, if you ever see that on my channel, just get rid of it. And you guys know the difference between if it's a typo. I've seen where somebody was talking to a Bob and it ended up being a boob. Use your discretion. Just remove it, but don't delete it. And then I can edit it from my end, but it, stuff like that is everybody has typos, but
Yeah.
like they're smart enough that YouTube looks at the first sentence and they put congratulations on being one of the rookies for YouTube this year. YouTube looked at that and went, oh, underneath it said 4 nude pictures, click here. And I'm like, you guys are pretty smart that you can figure all this stuff out. And smart, disgusting, I'm not sure which one it is, but
their data and tech people can see the code and know,
and
they can see
and
the whole
that's it.
thing.
Yeah, the technical people. And I have way too many kids.
Yeah.
Like I have way too many friends, kids that are part of my channel, and and I'm not going to not have them part of my channel. That's what I'm all about, is inclusion. And I like I was starting to say earlier, I think fellowship needs to come back, like really, really bad. Instead of sticking cell phones in front of their faces, actually communicating.
Yeah.
Because I've seen, I don't know how many kids that they honestly don't know how to communicate now. And partially is our fault, our generation's fault. I made my kids wait till grade 9 to get cell phones. Right or wrong, that's just what we thought that we wanted. So,
Well,
yeah, we waited quite a while before Jacob got one. But when we did finally get him one, the only numbers he had was like mine, Sarah's, his grandpa's, his grandma's. So he could only have certain numbers. Everything else was we monitored his phone. We monitored everything about it. So, he could only, and it was like, you call us if it's an emergency.
Yep.
Other than that, don't. It's not what it's used for.
Well, both of my kids got phones at a fairly young age, but we live in a fairly populated area, and so it was the necessity of being able to keep tabs on them, and if it happened, they could get a hold of us directly.
And that is a useful, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. But to give, anyways, I'm going to get myself in trouble. Like honestly, I've got a neighbor. The kids are 6 and 5, and they have cell phones.
That's too young for me.
Cell phones, and I'm like, what? And they're not like top of the line iPhones or something, but they can still access the internet. The internet is evil. Like there's this side of the internet, which I like to think is the better side. And then you have the dark, evil side of the internet that will eat a child up like that. And
dark web.
Absolutely. And put, wicked stuff into their heads. It just, anyways, every time I get on that subject, I get myself in trouble.
Well, see, for us to monitor everything that they are able to do, she does all of her YouTube from her phone. They do all their schoolwork from their phones, and but at 8 o'clock at night, phones are off. And that's it. And we set time limits on everything that they do. They have a certain amount of time that they can play games. They have a certain amount of time that they can do YouTube, and but like I said, my kids are homeschooled, so for them, this is communication outside of home. So it's.
Yeah, I like the way Jen and Wiley do it. if they read a book or whatever, they get certain amount of online time, or, if they go out and weed the garden, they get X number of online time, which is great. It gives them it gives them I guess a goal.
A goal.
And, if they're not participating in the family action, there's consequences. And, I'm a big believer in that. And, we were the same way, Matt. My wife, Debbie, she had all their passwords to every one of their social medias. And if they didn't, they lost their phone. We only had to take one phone away for 1 week. And, it was just a kid being a kid, and
yeah,
they got themselves in the wrong situation, listened to the wrong person. And
the lesson.
Absolutely. Lesson was learned by all three of my kids.
That's like Jacob had one of my phones, and the camera roll was linked to my laptop. So every picture he took went to my laptop.
I have to figure out if I can do that with mine or not.
I don't know. I don't know if you'd be able to do that with the new phones or not.
Well, according to my wife, I can go from my phone into any one of them that are on my plan and look at what they're doing and see pictures and videos and stuff.
Okay, well then you should be able to do it off of.
Figure all that stuff out.
Yeah,
you should be able to do it off your computer.
You can sync your camera to a laptop with email address.
Your daughter sitting here in the chat going, please don't give my dad any ideas.
It's time for class.
But yeah, I clicked on my camera roll one time on my computer because I was looking for a certain picture. And I started scrolling down through there, and I was like, what in the world? Like, he's in school and there's all kinds of pictures popping up. And I'm just like, And he got home and I was like, hey, what'd you do in class today? Oh, well, we did this, and this. I was like, really? Yeah. And I said, can you explain all of these pictures and who these girls are? Oh, well, one of the girls took my phone and I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I was a young boy once too, I know.
Yeah.
And that's why, that's it. We were there.
Everything's changed since we were in school, because I mean, when I graduated, the year I graduated, the pagers were starting to become a thing. And then
okay, well, you're just a little bit younger than what I am then.
I'm not that much younger than you.
I didn't see my first cell phone or my first pager till I moved to Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
I didn't see my first computer until I was a junior in high school.
Oh yeah,
I
had
had
a computer until I was 27. And they'd been out for a very little while, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go check this out. And yeah, I got it, and I couldn't figure out how to use it, and it wasn't until I got married that I learned how to start doing stuff. Cool, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It's and there's Wade Family Farm. Hello. How are you?
Well, anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna stay in that, but I am going to and let y'all enjoy the evening. So and I appreciate it, y'all, whether y'all know it or not. Y'all help me a lot, because I sit back and watch your lives, I watch your videos, and I'm picking up little things here and there and trying to figure stuff out.
Perfect. That's what it's all about, is fellowship and helping one another out.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one. God bless.
All right. Take care.
You too.
I'm still waiting on Vision Acres to bring their tractor to my house.
Oh, I thought that was. Just give me a sec here. There you go. It should send the password to you. Oh no. Okay. Do you want me to send it again? We got a new modem, and Kyle hasn't been back from his house, so he, of course, has no internet. He's like, So we went to get the password, and I have it hooked through my phone that I can give out the password. So, and of course, he had it just about typed in, and then I hit share, and poof, it deleted everything that he did. So,
Yeah.
I got my first. Actually, Jackie, mine was the same. I was older than that, though. It was Nokia, and I forget the name of the phone. It was relatively one of the first cell phones that wasn't in a bag.
Yep, I had a Nokia for my first phone, and it was through Alltel.
Yeah, I'm not sending you no passwords, Paul. I like you, buddy, but you crazy folks across the pond, I don't know about that. And absolutely, Jen. So, Lori or one of the mods, if you can, type in Wiley's new channel or name, or is he gonna post stuff on there, Jen? Because Wiley's got a new name, Woodworking with Wiley or something. And if he's going to start posting, then I'll start sharing that out as well. Anyways. So, oh yeah, you said are you leaving at noon tomorrow?
I'll leave work at 1.
Oh, okay.
And usually your lives start about 12:30 here.
Yeah, it's 1:30 my time, 12:30 your time.
No, it's 1:30 my time.
Mm-hmm. No, it's 1:30 my time, 12:30 your time that it starts.
Yeah, 12:30 my time is when it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we got that clear as mud.
And so that I'll be getting everything rounded around and ready to leave here about the time your life starts. So
yeah. Well, and that way there you don't have to rush, and if you run into some backups, who cares? You've given yourself lots of time, and it'd be nice to visit with family. Too bad it wasn't under better circumstances, but
yeah, there's only one part of the family I'm not looking forward to seeing.
Oh, I think we all have those, don't we?
Well, and it wasn't like that until my grandpa passed away a few years ago. And just the way that was handled.
Okay.
I have not spoken to her or her kids since.
Oh, that would. Okay. Just give me 1 sec. I just got another message here.
And like I told my wife or my mom, I said it has nothing to do with my grandma. I said it has everything to do with the fact that I don't want to put myself in a toxic situation.
Amen. And you don't need that. Nobody needs to put themselves into a toxic situation. Life is far too short.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Far too short. And if you don't agree with something or you don't agree with somebody, then
Walk away.
absolutely. There's enough people that you will get along with in this world. And I don't know. I'm a strong believer of that, if you have an issue with me or what I do, or, I have an issue with something, then see ya.
I've always told people that if you have an issue with me, come to me. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can't work something out.
Sure.
If not, I don't need you in my life.
No. I just keep you on your toes.
My very tiptoes.
Tiptoes, hiding. It's all about the same.
No, Michael from Vision Acres, I friended him on Facebook, and
Okay.
he'd posted something about post your last picture or something. Well, the last picture that I had taken was of us doing that cleanup from the storm. And he was like, "You need a tractor," and I was like, "Yeah, I know, but I can't afford one right now. They're too expensive."
It's really good.
And so I was like, "You can bring yours."
Yep. That's Scott, can you share your link again? Link for what?
Probably for your life. Somebody's wanting to join in our conversation.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Slow. There we go. Sorry, Mike. I'm sharp as a tack today, I tell you. And Rebecca, this is Procrastination Thursday. We procrastinate on Thursday afternoons. What's this being busy thing? It's Thursday afternoon. It's almost like Friday afternoon.
I know, that's why I'm on this live at work, because I'm procrastinating doing anything else here.
Exactly. That's exactly what you got to do on a Thursday afternoon. Are you going to get your haircut? You're coming back? Okay, I was going to say, because your mother's going to flip if you're at home and she doesn't.
Leave till 6. They decided we're not doing transport.
Oh, so you're.
I'm driving up, but just today. The van's in the shop, so they can't.
Oh, okay.
We don't have any other vehicles big enough.
Okay, so you're going to stay here tonight then too? Okay. All right, maybe we'll do breakfast in the morning.
Okay.
All right, well, go get your haircut, and I'll see you before you go to parade. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry, Mike.
Oh man, this camera's
Here we go.
close. I'm sitting at work. This is my little tablet.
Yeah, you're sitting at work. Yeah, okay.
I am at work. Oh.
Sure.
I come to defend myself. Chris is calling me out.
I know. I'm waiting on that tractor.
Yeah, he had a little riding mower with a little trailer hooked up in the background, like on it with full of debris. I'm like, man, you really could use a tractor.
Well, that's just the way us poor people have to do stuff.
Oh,
You see Tony and Joni, did you see his little short with his his zero turn mower with the bucket in behind?
No, I didn't see
It's
that.
Creekside Maples. If you go watch his short, it's hilarious.
I watch their services that they have in their lives. They do.
Yeah. So they his short was racing around with the zero turn mower. It's hilarious.
Yeah, mine's a little Husqvarna and the deck's all messed up on it, so I use it to pull that little red trailer around now.
There's nothing wrong with
Hey,
it.
it works.
Yeah.
All right, just a moment.
Oh, let's see if I can get this camera kind of set up.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's it, Kareen. Many years I was the same way. If I didn't work, I didn't get paid. So there was no procrastination whenever I was driving. So, and it
So
was
I'm still working.
even less procrastination whenever I was um, doing cross border long haul. Then you had to drive 20 hours a day to try to make a paycheck.
You said you used to drive across the border all the way. What did you say? Down to Louisiana and all everywhere.
Texas.
Yeah.
I've delivered everywhere except for California and New Mexico and Alaska.
And
I've been close to Alaska, but never did make it to Alaska.
Yep.
No, my father-in-law's got a little E-Series John Deere, and we usually go and get it to do our brush hogging, and it's got a little bucket on it, so we use that whenever we need it. I just ain't had time to go get it.
Okay.
Tractors aren't cheap. They really aren't at all.
The used tractors are even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was it a 79 Ford tractor? It had the bucket on the back. PTO didn't work, and the guy still wanted $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, are you nuts? Like that's 40 years old. It doesn't work. Well, it didn't work well. And he still wants $5,000 for it. I'm like, maybe I should just buy a tractor and just sell it again in a couple of years.
That's like we looked at some, and I'd run across one. It had the bucket, it had a brush hog, and that was it, and the tractor. And they wanted 10 or 15 grand for it, and I'm like, man, I can go buy a new one for 23.
Yeah, that's
with all of that stuff.
Deal. When we sold our house in the subdivision we lived in, we took all of our proceeds to start our farm, and that's kind of where that came from. But yeah, it was a package deal. It was tractor, bucket, brush hog,
box blade,
and car trailer. It didn't even come with a box blade, and that was still $23,000.
Yeah, wow. I know. Well, that's like I was looking at John Deere because they have a package deal like that, but it's the little E-Series tractor.
Yeah,
and they will not let you trade out. So I went to Kubota, and Kubota will do that deal, but if you need a bigger tractor, they'll upgrade it, and you just pay the difference. And like I have a box blade that I can get anytime I want. So they were going to let me swap the box blade out for hay forks, and I just paid the difference, so I was like, well, yeah, it's going to be a little more expensive to do that, but, I'm going to get a new tractor. It's all serviced. It's good to go. And I know there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
We were looking at Kubotas. We ended up getting a Mahindra. The only reason we got a Mahindra is because the Kubota dealership is about 40 minutes from the house, and the Mahindra is 20 minutes from the house to service. So I chose it strictly due to convenience on servicing. We didn't go with John Deere because their implements, their PTO is proprietary, so you can't hook up secondary implements on it. And
right.
I'd much rather be able to shop around.
Yeah. Oh, they have you rooked into buying every one of their things, and there's ways around it, but it's still going to cost you more money.
Correct.
So, yeah, it's crazy.
It doesn't matter. I mean, our nearest Kubota dealership is 45 minutes from the house.
Mm-hmm.
Our nearest John Deere dealership is an hour from the house.
Yeah, Kubota.
So,
right going.
So, with Kubota being closer, that's where we'll end up going, which I like Kubota tractors pretty well.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with them.
There's nothing wrong with Kubota if you can afford them.
Right.
You are paying a lot of money for the orange.
Oh, yes, you are. I mean,
Orange
we do
paint's
have
really
a.
expensive.
They do Coyote
Heard of it,
tractors,
yeah. Yep.
Yep.
and they're about 20 minutes from the house, but I don't know, for the price of that one versus the price of a Kubota, it's not much difference.
Okay.
So
Did you
in everything that
did
I'm
you see
getting,
Paul's comment? I only procrastinate on the toilet. It's safer. And the chat went quiet.
Yeah. Everybody. Well, I wondered why like 6 people dropped off in the matter of a second.
Well,
That's-
Paul's talking about procrastinating in the John.
Yeah, I know. Everybody that they don't mind to procrastinate, Paul, just not on the dunny, as old Hoops would say. And it looks like we've lost our Aussie audience.
yeah, they were all like,
They're probably going to bed.
Oh, they should have been in bed long ago.
well, I seen before I got into the live, what Daz was like, it's 4 a.m. I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, he says he's gonna fall. His
Goodbye.
face is gonna fall on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, and he's got the kids to homeschool, and I just don't know how he functions. I find it hard enough to function on what sleep I get. Daz is lucky if he gets 4 20-minute cat naps a day.
That's ridiculous.
Oh,
That's
never good, Kareen. A lot of people are having a lot of people are having a lot of migraines lately. So I don't know if it's a change in all the temperatures, and because everybody seems to be cooling off a little bit. More back to seasonal, I should say.
Yeah, it was 55 this morning when I got up.
Oh, that's even colder than here.
It felt great.
Oh, see, Paul, that the both chats are jumping on me, so I didn't see, or I would have said goodbye. Oh well. What do? You can't be perfect like Paul all the time. Just some of the time.
He's got plenty of time to procrastinate.
Yeah. Oh
I can't
dear.
see
Now
anything.
he's in a dark room with cold compresses. So
hour and a half early.
I saw that.
I got home from my doctor's appointment, and I over at my computer doing some stuff, and I'm like, oh well, a couple of the people had said we can't find your PayPal, so I edited my thing on the screen here to say it, and I look over, and it's like, hey, 83 minutes early. I'm like, oh dear God, Mike. You, sir, are a professional.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time on the road with work, and today I'm back in the office playing catch up, so I just pulled it up in the background. So.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness! But
there are days that I can get away with it, and there are days that I can't.
Well, and don't you own your own business as well?
Yeah, we have a couple different pokers and a couple different fires.
So whenever the pokers are red hot, you got to make the donuts. So, you might have a couple days that you don't have to, work 20 hours a day, but all hell breaks loose. Guess what? You're working 20-hour days. So
easy.
Been there, done it, and got the stinking t-shirt.
Well, and it's like when you work an actual job and then you've got to go home and work the farm.
Yeah, oh, that's it.
Oh, I'm blessed enough to where I can spend a lot of time at my primary job doing my work. But Chelsea, on the other hand, stays home and raises the kids and does the farm. And she homeschooled last year. And this year she said that she was going to send them back to school. They've been in school 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks now. and the school's going crazy. And she's like, "That's it. I'm done again. I'm pulling them. I'm going to homeschool again." She's like, "I tried, but I can't put up with this." So her plate's about to get even fuller because she's pulling them back out again.
We left it
Well-
up to Jacob on whether or not he wanted to homeschool or not.
Yeah, but Jacob's a lot older than what
Yeah,
Mike's
he's
kids
18.
are too. So
Yeah.
We gave them the option if they wanted to go back this year. They loved homeschooling last year. We gave them the option to go back this year. But with everything going on with the school board and the new superintendent and teachers are leaving and a bunch of other stuff, we're like, it's not worth the risk. Just
oh wow.
they'll come
Well,
home.
Normally we start our football yesterday on a normal year. We still don't know if we are able to play football this year.
Yeah, I was
And-
on your live. You were talking about that. I made the comment. I don't know if you saw it or not, but if people in public can wear face shields, declare face shields, and that's acceptable, can't you shield all helmets and call it good without them wearing masks?
Well, you see, a football mask, there's only a clear vision here because you don't want to limit their airflow.
Correct.
But now they want to put masks on the kids that they're, number one, breathing hard. They're full of moisture within minutes. And I was talking to my doctor today, and I'm like, am I overreacting or am I on the right track here? And when we sat down, we chatted, and she's like, number one, she said, find out who's got the yeah. Oh, we're just going to leave that one alone. So, oh yeah, that's right. Chris can't see the chat. So Lori put, Greg was homeschooled and he learned how to talk just fine.
That he did. That he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if I randomly just start laughing, it's because somebody wrote something in that chat I'm noticing.
That's like earlier when Lori was like, I can't talk that much. I was like, Mumbles can.
Greg has no problems talking if Lori's not giving him heck to be quiet. And now that she has a microphone on him, she's worried about talking.
He's doing well.
Let him go.
Turn it over to Mumbles.
Yep,
He's
just
fine.
let him go.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
I know he is. And she's talking about her ear. Well, we need to go get her one of those earplugs.
Mm-hmm.
And she can hear fine.
He sits awful close to her, and he talks awful loud. So,
oh, poor little thing. She must be dealing with somebody at work because she's not answering. So I can just see her vein popping in her forehead right now.
Right?
Oh, don't worry, she'll be on here. I heard my name.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw who. All right, Donna, you have a good day. Hopefully you're not already gone, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to mute myself real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah. I let him have the chat twice when I laughed. Well, but you got to put him on a subject, I think. If you get him going on a subject, he'd be fine.
Right. You can only talk about this subject, and if you run out of things with this subject, go to this subject.
Absolutely. Painkillers. Yes, I know all about those. Lori needs a set of eared defenders that she can use one at a time. That's it, Paul. We just what are those little ones you can roll up and then just put in your ear and it expands and takes all the decibels out?
Right.
We used to use them in construction all the time, so it would be enough that I'll have to take her. Oh, bye, Mike.
We lost him.
Yeah, remember that whole thing about working for yourself and having to go in a moment's notice, and that's what happens.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good, Mike. We understand.
You gotta do your work.
We can only procrastinate so much. A little work is still needed. Now, tomorrow afternoon, Friday afternoons are off the charts. Turn off the computers, except for the one that you're using, and then we're good. But what do we got? Yes, we're sitting about an hour and a half. I think I should almost call it.
Yeah, I gotta help one of my coworkers with a little bit of stuff this afternoon. So
yeah, we have to. Well, I totally forgot about Kyle being home to go up to his parade tonight. So I guess I should maybe go make sure he has some supper.
I told Sarah that I needed her to get on the description and get your salsa recipe down because it looked good.
It's a little bit lighter, but yeah.
The color of the tomatoes mixed with the peppers and stuff, it'll do that.
The only thing is, whenever I was playing with the recipe, this batch has a little bit too much onions, but I adjusted the recipe to be what is. If you like onions, take it down, bring up the peppers. You know, it's all good.
Yeah,
all right,
I like a good chunky
Rebecca,
salsa. So.
Oh, and it's all on. You want it even chunkier, then just cut it. You know, don't even use a food processor. But I was very fortunate that Mr. Jim had blessed me, and I'm like, well, And then this thing, it was on sale. I'm like, yeah, I like sales like that.
Right.
So yeah, it really it worked. Oh, absolutely. Onions are good for you. And this here, there's onions. Like, I like onions. And Debbie's, man, she's like, she really loves the salsa, but she's like, maybe a little bit too much onions. I'm like, well, then it's pretty close if you're saying maybe a little bit less onion. Because, yeah, I'd have it 50% onions if I could, but
I would have to make 2 batches.
That's what I did. I doubled.
Because, well, I would have to make 2 different batches because I like I like the hotter stuff.
Yeah.
And Sarah doesn't like the really super spicy stuff. So
yeah. Well, like I said, I was able to do most of it out of our garden. Which, is great because I know exactly what's in those. I know there was.
Well, and that's what I'll do is I'll wait until next year when we can get our garden in and I can get all the stuff straight out of the garden to make it.
Well, I've got a bunch of tomato seeds that I got from Joe. Whenever I send you down a little care package here, I'll throw in a whole bunch of tomato seeds and all that because it seems like his seeds of the month are all tomato. And oh God, I must have about 100 seeds, tomato seeds.
Wow.
So do you like hot peppers? Like, I'm talking hot peppers. I'll
The
send
only
you down.
thing, like, I don't like habaneros because I don't like the flavor of the habanero.
You'll have to try these. These are called hot chocolate something. They're brown chocolate. They're hot, but from what I've been talking to people, it's got a nice taste to it.
See, and that's the thing. Like, I like the ghost pepper sauce.
Okay.
It's super hot.
Yeah.
It has a really good flavor to it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't care to do something that's all heat, no flavor. It's got to have some flavor to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've had Jacob brought home some Carolina Reaper wings from Buffalo Wild Wings,
Okay.
and I ate those, and he was like, "Well, what'd you think?" And I was like, "They were good, hot, but they were good." So, and the Carolina Reaper is the hottest pepper out right now, so that I'm aware of.
Yep. So I forget where the chocolate one ranks on the heat scale, but it's up there. But it's got a really good taste. Oh, there's Wiley in his new Woodworking with Wiley. So Wiley, is this going to be a new channel? Are you going to be doing posts? If so, then I'll have the mods start putting your channel up as well. Wiley says it's break time. Hello, Scott and Chris.
Hello, Wally.
I guess his slave driver gave him a little bit of time.
A little water break.
Yeah, absolutely. He's allowed a cup of water, right? Did you see the burrito casserole that they were serving yesterday?
Do what, sir?
Don't do nothing I'm gonna do.
Oh, I won't.
Okay.
If you do,
You too.
if you do, name it after him. Oh, there,
That's
Craig is. Craig just posted Wiley's new channel, and I am subscriber number 4. Yeah, he's got a video on there. So, everybody go over and click on Wiley's new channel. And for those of you that don't know, that is Wiley with Altruistic Farmstead.
Great people.
Well, Jen's great. Wiley's all right. I'm just waiting for a comeback.
Right.
I don't think he's not listening because he still hasn't answered the first question. So, but I really like what they did with. Wow, he's got 5 followers now. Right on. What was I going to say? Oh, Wiley wore a headset on their live, and that you could really hear what was going on. It was really good. I said now all that he has to do is get one of the kids to read the comments. And
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy some Bluetooth mics that I can clip to my shirt. That way, if I've got the camera set up and I'm away from my phone, then it'll pick it up. So it'll make it a little easier.
Go back in my videos, and I've got one. So long as the receiver is looking at the transmitter or the transmitter is looking at the receiver, I'm good for 30 yards. because I was at
Yeah,
I had the camera set up on my front deck, and I was out at the road at my mailbox, and you could hear what I was saying. if the the transmitter was facing away, you couldn't hear anything. As soon as I turned around and faced it, it was just like you and I talking now.
Oh wow.
And they're not that much, and I got them on Amazon.
Yeah, that's where I found these were on Amazon.
But they hold an amazing charge. I've charged them once,
Oh wow.
and I've made 20 videos with them. Now, any of the ones in the kitchen, I don't set it up just for that, because it is quite a challenging setup. You have to plug it into in my case, I have to plug it into the phone, and then I have to, you plug it into the phone, and then you obviously have your set hooked up to you, and then so long as you're on the same channel, it's a really good set. And again, Mr. Jim blessed me with those. And
the ones that I was looking at were straight Bluetooth, so they would just Bluetooth to your phone, just like Bluetooth headset, like
okay,
what I've got here.
Yeah.
They Bluetooth straight to your phone, so it's not going to matter with that one if you're looking directly at it or you're turned away from it, as long as there's a Bluetooth signal that's connected.
All right.
And I think I think I've seen them for like $20 or $30 for two.
Oh, well, the ones I have are more than that. So
yeah, they weren't super expensive.
No,
because I was looking at some stuff for church because I run the sound booth at the church.
Okay.
And so I was looking for Bluetooth microphones to connect to our phones, because my phone and the other guy that runs the sound booth, his phone is connected to our sound system.
Okay.
So that we can switch between camera views, so that we'll have 3 different camera views.
Mm-hmm.
And so but our phones we can't switch the video audio to our phone. So when we switch to that camera, there's no sound. Unless so we were looking at some Bluetooth microphones to be able to put with our phones to be able to pick the sound up, so that we could, once we switch to that camera view, we could switch to that microphone.
Yeah.
And pick it up.
You'll have constant audio.
Yeah, no matter which view we have, we'll have constant audio.
Yeah, because let's face it, Bluetooth, you should only need one mic to hit all your phones.
Right, but we would have to set that mic in the center of because our phones are on 2 separate sides of the.
Oh, okay.
2 separate sides of the church, so we would have to set the microphone in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, should work.
So when I was looking for one of those, I couldn't find one that was one of the bigger ones that was a direct Bluetooth. You had to plug it in, but our phones don't have the RC jack, like the little.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd have to get an adapter to be able to connect it to the phone, and that's not what we were looking for. So, and I ran across those.
They're expensive.
Yeah, but we wasn't paying for it. The church was.
I suppose. But it, it without a doubt, I'm just trying to. I don't think there'd be a way to get around that. You may be able to edit the sound just off of the one feed. You don't have to use the video. You could just use the audio from that one single phone. But yeah, then you'd have to have like iMovie running, and there's
a lot more to
it'd be
it.
a lot. Yeah.
So we're trying to minimize the amount of programs we have running.
Yep.
But still get good audio all the way around. Which
absolutely.
We would have audio, but it's on the camera that's on the sound booth. We just don't have audio to the phones. So even when we switched camera angles, we still had audio, but it would have made it easier if when we switched views, we could switch the audio because of the way.
Yeah.
Whichever way the pastor went, we could do that.
Exactly.
Exactly. But then our pastor ran across a motion camera that when the camera we do have finally goes out, they're looking at possibly maybe getting, so we can set it up and it auto adjusts and auto focuses, so it will constantly follow him no matter where he goes.
Okay. Hey Raquel, we're just getting ready to log out of here. You're just gonna have to come back tomorrow. That's
tomorrow.
All.
She procrastinated too long.
Wiley just sent me a message. He's like, we've got to change this to Rambling with Chris. And we're a rambling team. That's what Thursdays are about.
That's right.
Everybody procrastinating, and everybody can hire Raquel to go and do their kitchen floors. My goodness, she did an amazing job of her kitchen. That's one thing I've never got the thing was delaying tile. That and electrical are the only two things I won't touch. Probably because my friend and I, for lack of a better word, for fun, we used to do electrical work, grab the positive, and then grab the other guy, so he got the shock.
Does that?
So it oh man.
Well, I'm gonna have to jump out of here and do some work before it's time to go home.
Yes. Yes.
Don't forget, guys, to check out those videos and stuff for our live coming up on Monday, and we'll see you guys then.
What I'll do is get between now and then I'll get a link to that video, and I'll what I'll do is put it up or I'll send it to let's see here. Oh, I think Lori's off tomorrow. Maybe I'll just shoot it to Lori, and then she can keep putting it in the thing. But all right, we'll head out once Chris gets back, and recess is almost done. Well, you have fun with the little ankle biters, and take care. And then what do we got? Yes, I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate my moderators so much. We didn't have, that's one thing, we don't have a whole lot of trolls that stop by during the day. We've only ever had the one that had to be removed 5 times, I believe that was. But anyways, I want everybody to have a great day. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern for Rambling Friday. Oh, there's Chris back just before we leave, and you be safe tomorrow, sir.
I will.
And safe travels home on Saturday afternoon, and
Oh yeah.
then Sunday after church you can clean up after the storm again.
Yeah. I told Sarah, I was like, "Are we going to film any more of that?" She's like, "No, I think we got plenty."
So Lori didn't get much where she is. She's not that far from you, and then you had all that damage. It's crazy.
Well, it was crazy because I was sitting in my recliner with the door open, the front door open, and I was just watching the rain swirl right out the front door.
Wow.
So there was rotation on top of me, and apparently nowhere else but on where that storm went through. It was just right there on top of us. And it was crazy because like there was a house down the road. They took one of their sheds, got destroyed. That was it. We took the worst damage on our entire road.
Wow. That's crazy. And did they say, like, did they send anybody out? Was it a microburst or?
No, there was no tornado warnings, no tornado watches, no nothing.
Well, everybody's gun shy up here now, all the meteorologists. So every time we have a storm, since we had in a course of a month, we had the 4.0 earthquake, and we had 2 different tornadoes within 45 minutes of the house. But every time there's a dark cloud in the sky now, they're like, oh, extreme weather. It's like, seriously?
Well, it's crazy because I looked at the radar, and I used to storm chase for the fire department, so I took all those classes. And there was no hook in it. There was no wall cloud on the radar. There was nothing. It was all straight, like just your typical, looked like a typical thunderstorm rolling through. But it did. It just sat there and swirled on top of us.
Wow. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, stay safe.
Will do.
Drive safe.
Will do.
And shoot me a message. Shoot me a message Saturday afternoon. Let me know that you're home safe and sound, and we will. I'll pull that link up for everybody to see for tomorrow, because there'll more than likely be a different crowd in tomorrow.
Right.
The nucleus will be back, as you know. But there's a lot of people that are off on Fridays, and Big Mike is all alone again. I don't think he even has grandkids this time. He's totally batching it. So that, wow. Mike said, I'm sorry about that, Scott. I actually have to go to work. Well, thank God. I have to end Procrastination Thursday so Mike can go back to work.
Right.
I know he cannot work while I'm still alive. So anyways, for the people that are watching this after the fact, hit a thumbs up, guys. There's over 100 people that watch my lives, but they forget to hit the like button on the way in or out. So feel free. It doesn't hurt. It might sting for a minute, but it will not leave any permanent marks if you hit that like button. Anyways, take care. God bless. And those traveling, stay safe.
That's right.